All right. Give me just a second here, guys. We're working things out. We haven't done this in so long, we've forgotten how to do most of it. So let's see if we can get this out of here. Oh, oh, come on. I'm trying to take the screen off. There we go. There we go. Hey, everybody. Oh, been a long while, but, you know, better late than never, I guess. So, for those of you just now joining, hey, Yankee, glad to see you. Glad to see you, Thomas. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, the purpose of this video today is to do a cooking video. And I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy it or not. No, it's not the Van Zandt hat. This is just my Stetson. I don't wear the Van Zandt hat very much because I paid so much for it and don't want to, and especially I'm going to be in there in the kitchen cooking and I'm going to be dealing with flour and sugar and butter and all that good stuff and don't want to take a chance on getting anything on it, kind of one of those things. So, yes, Thomas, this is the new house. I'm in the new house. I've been in here for, I guess, since the first week in October of last year. So, just now getting settled. It's starting to be decorated the way I want it and, just feeling like home again. So, this is my kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen. And I guess I'm going to start right into it. All right, so what I want to do today is I'm going to make a dessert. And I'm going to start trying to do cooking videos if this is kind of a test and to see how things work out. So I'm going to do a cooking video today. It's going to be a dessert. And I have to give credit where credit is due. My wonderful niece, Monica, is the inspiration for this. She brought this to a family gathering and I fell in love with it. It was just delicious. And it's real easy to make. And especially for those of you out there that are not bakers or cooks of any kind, it's not a hard recipe. Now, I'm gonna drink my coffee. I'm gonna need to make another pot here soon. But alrighty, so let me see here. What do I want to do? Well, I'm going to leave it up to you, Yankee, if you will keep an eye on the chat and act as accordingly. You're moderator. And I think you can actually, with your credentials, I think you can even bring yourself into this stream. I'm not sure. And you may be at work still, so. But let's see, it's what, 2:30 here, so it's 5:30 there. We'll see. All right, so let's get to it. What I'm going to make, it's a fruit bar crumble. And it has a crust, fruit in the center, and then a crumbled topping. Really easy. Oh, you're home? Good. So like I said, it's a real easy dessert to make. I'm going to read off the ingredients as I'm putting them in, mixing it up, and we'll just go from there. And if y'all enjoy, I hope you enjoy it. Hope you try to make it sometime for yourself. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to don this cowboy hat. It's a little bit too hot. Grab my comb and make sure my hair stays out of my eyes. Like y'all need to see me combing my hair. And yes, my hair is getting long. I'm going to have to go get it cut off here pretty soon. A little bit early in the year for it though now. Maybe another month or two. Yeah. Okay, buddy. All righty. So I'm going to move the camera over here. Let me make sure I'm not getting the cords tangled up. All righty. So we start off like any good cook that's doing stuff. You wash your hands. Okay? A little bit of the Dawn dishwashing liquid. I just put just a little bit. Turn on my hot water on demand. Gotta let it run for a little bit because it's a long way from the back of the house to here, where the hot water heater is. So it's got all those lines kind of siphoned through it. It'll get warm here in just a minute, and I will start washing my hands. I'm going to start washing my hands now. Wash them up real good. Make sure they're nice and clean. Because contrary to, it's just been put out there that I'm not the cleanest cook. Well, that's just not true, guys. Just not true. But that was from somebody who was trying to make vengeance, and I guess hey, I'm not the easiest or nicest person to go along with most of the time. So if I piss somebody off, oh well, I pissed them off, and so they're gonna. It's the internet. People try to start shit. So. Oh, we lost the camera. Why did we lose the camera? Oh, I see Jonesy showed up. Welcome, Jonesy. I'm glad you made it. This is kind of at your suggestion, so you're kind of responsible for this one. Let me see if I can get the camera to turn back on. Why did we lose it? There we go. Camera's back. Okay. All right. So, all right. Y'all see me wash my hands. All right. So I'm going to start. What I have down here. I have a glass bowl. Oh, somebody's up in the basement. Who's that in the basement? Oh, dude. Okay. Oh, so hey, you good? You can bring yourself in.
Yes, I can. I was rushing up here to tell you that the camera was off.
Yeah.
But let me.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why it did that. I don't know why it went. Why the camera went off. But
yeah, I don't know. Maybe when he was moving around,
Maybe.
I'm gonna make a big screen so that they can see you, but they can still hear me if anything. I'm gonna keep my talking to a minimum, though.
Okay. All right, bud.
All right. I'll make you a big screen.
All right. So, can you see the ball? Okay. We have to adjust the.
That's better. We can see it better now.
You see it better now? Okay. All right. So we're going to start with this ball right here. And I'm going to get out some measuring cups. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start. This thing calls for 3 cups of flour. And I'm going to go over here into the cabinet. And I have General All-Purpose Flour. Now, I do have some bread flour back here, too. But I'm not going to use bread flour because bread flour is a little more expensive. I'm just going to use General All-Purpose Flour. Okay, and it's calling for 3 cups. So, I need a butter knife to level this off with. And what I do is I just get the scoop and level the cup off. Which that's pretty level. All right, so there's 1 cup. Here's cup number 2. And here's cup number 3. It doesn't require this to be sifted or anything, so. Okay. There's cup number 3 in the bowl. All right, now we're going to put the lid back on this. All right. And we're going to put this over back in the cabinet because we don't need it. Now the next ingredient, it's going to call for a 1/2 cup of white sugar, which is just regular granulated sugar. Take me a second here to get it poured. And we're going to go through this whole process on the live stream, including the cooking, and that's when I'll do the visit with chat. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask in the chat. Until then, if there's a good question comes up, Yankee, let me know.
Most definitely.
All righty. So now I'm going to take a 1/2 cup. Let me see here. Is that my 1/2 cup measurement? All right. Yeah, that's my 1/2 cup. I'll take a 1/2 cup, and I'm going to put just regular, good, great value C&H sugar. Cheap, 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 you know. So I'm going to put a half a cup. A little bit more. Now this is about a heaping half cup. All right, that's a half a cup of regular white sugar in the bowl. All right, our next ingredient is going to be a half a cup of brown sugar. So I keep my brown sugar in a airtight container. And then we're just going to go in here and get a half a cup of this. This is just CNH brown sugar. I keep it in the house. I buy a package, and there's, so. That's good enough. It's got a few lumps. We'll take those lumps out with the when we start the mixing. Okay, so that's a half a cup of brown sugar. So total is a cup of sugar, but it's a half a cup of white sugar and then a half a cup of brown sugar. And the brown sugar adds kind of a molasses taste, a little bit, not much. All right. Now we're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder. So, I have my measuring spoons here. And half teaspoon. That's a tablespoon. That's a tablespoon. Okay. There's 1 teaspoon. Okay, see that? 1 teaspoon? And like I said, it's baking powder, not baking soda. And there's a difference. They're both leavening agents, but, okay, and this is, here again, great value. Thank you, Walmart. Great value baking powder, as opposed to, which I only buy, Arm & Hammer baking soda. So, great value baking powder, 1 teaspoon. And I love these because you grab your deal and there's a little lip on the edge here. See that little lip there? And you just pull your spoon across and that gives you a nice level teaspoon. And you don't want much more than, just the little bit that's on the edge there ain't going to matter. But you don't want a heaping teaspoon because baking soda and baking powder both have a little bit of a flavor. So you want to make sure that you put what it calls for, not more. And it also acts as a leavening agent. It causes the dough to rise. And that's what we're making right now. We're making the dough. So our next ingredient going to be a teaspoon of salt, a fourth of a teaspoon of salt. Almost fucked up. Almost put a whole teaspoon. So we want to get half. Okay, there's a fourth of a teaspoon. Fourth of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to use just regular, natural, well, it's sea salt, but it's natural salt. It's granulated. It's not the chunked. Now, I do have the chunked. This is the coarse sea salt. This is table salt right here. So we're going to put down 4 of a teaspoon. Let's see if we can pour it here. Pour it without getting it everywhere. Oh, come on. Sometimes you gotta loosen them up a little bit. Especially if you're in a place where there's a lot of humidity, you'll get a little bit of humidity in your salt. Oh, now we got a little bit extra. Now it's a heaping, but it ain't gonna make that big of a difference. All right. So there's our salt. Now the sugar, the salt, flour, all that's in there. All right, let's see what's next. Okay. Okay, we're going to need one large egg. We'll put one large egg, or as the Aussies call them, butt nuggets. And I'm going to pull these out right now. These have been sitting in the refrigerator, so they're good and cold. Now, it calls for a cup of butter. And it calls for a cup that they need to be cold. So, and 2 sticks of Great Value butter equals a cup. Let me see here. Need some pure vanilla. Vanilla extract. There we are. Okay, this I just happen to have in the cabinet. It's Baker's vanilla extract. And it calls for, the recipe calls for 1.5. Yeah, 1.5 tablespoons or teaspoons. So, grab our teaspoons. Okay. There's 1/2 teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. Whole teaspoon. Teaspoon and a half. Okay, that's in. This back in the cabinet. We done added it. All right, now I'm going to put an egg in. Now I always do eggs. I've done it since from a long time ago. I hate getting an eggshell, and I can't, especially now that after I've had the stroke, it's harder for me to crack an egg and not get a shell. So I always crack it into a bowl first. So I crack the egg. There we go. Drop it in the bowl. All right. Put that in the. Make sure I didn't get any shell. I don't see any shell. Good deal. All right, I'm going to dump that in there. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to take a fork. Before I add this butter, I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to mix all this up. Now I would do this in the stand mixer, but I have to cut the butter into the dough. So it's easier just to do it in a glass bowl like this. And I'll show you what you want as far as consistency once we get the dough mixed. All right, so start with that. Go ahead and scrape that off. All right, now comes the fun part. All right, I'm going to take 2 sticks of butter, which is the equivalent of a cup. Okay. Now it's being a pain in the ass coming out of the wrapper. Not wanting to come out of the wrapper, right? Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So we'll put that on this wrapper. Take my trusty dusty knife. And I'm going to cut this way. Then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to cut it this way. Cut it this way again. And I'm going to chop it up into squares. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing that is it's going to make incorporating the butter easier. Just little squares. Okay. That's one stick in. And yeah, it's quite a bit of butter. But the butter is what makes the crust crumbly. And that's what you want. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one out of here without too much trouble. Okay. All right. Let's see. Got this. And then this. And I'm not sure if there's an attachment for the stand mixer to incorporate the butter right. So I'm sure there is. It's a KitchenAid, so they usually do great on as far as their attachments. But this is just as easy. Doesn't matter. All right, so there's the rest of it. And I'm just going to drop it in cubes. And you want the butter not frozen, but as cold as you can get it. So that when you're dealing with it, it doesn't melt. It'll melt fine after it's cooked, but until then. All right, now I'm going to go down here. This is what I have for this. Specifically, I bought this specifically for this dish. It's a pastry cutter. And so, we scrape this off, because we don't want to lose none of that. All right, now, I'm going to take this pastry cutter. And what you do with the pastry cutter is you just mash it into the bowl. And this is a process, guys. It's kind of like making pie dough or any of those, But it's a cheap, easy dessert. And it's good, and it goes a long way. So, we're just going to keep working this till we get this butter all incorporated into the flour and the egg and the sugar and all that mixture. Okay? We're just going to keep doing this. And now if I had dexterity in both hands, it would make it a lot easier. But I don't. But it just goes to show you, even with the handicap, you can still do this. Okay. Alright, I'm going to continue to do this. It's a process, guys, like I said. You're just going to keep working the flour. What you want is you'll see the consistency once we get close. We're not even remotely close yet. Just gonna keep cutting the flour in. And I'm just pushing it to the bottom of the bowl and twist. Push it to the bottom and twist. And then pull it out every now and then, clear the splines. And go back to what we're doing. And now you don't have to have one of these pastry cutters. You can do it with a fork. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Okay. I'm just going to keep chopping away until we get the consistency we want. And when we get that consistency, I'll show you guys. Okay, let me make sure the flour that's on the bottom of this bowl is come off. Yeah, there's none that's not incorporated. Okay, looking good. We're getting close. We just want the big chunks out. That's looking good. Okay, you see that consistency down there? That's what we want. We're getting close. I'm going to chop it a little bit longer just to make sure that I don't have any big, huge chunks of butter. You don't really want that. All right. Little at a time. Little at a time. Use the fork. Okay, so that's pretty close to what we want. We don't want big chunks of butter. We just want it kind of sticky, but not sticky, you know. So I'm gonna use the best tools, the ones that God gave me. These are the best tools. Okay. These are the ones that we use. Okay. All right. So this is the consistency we're looking at. Crumbles, just crumbles. That's what you were looking for. Okay. Now I'm gonna rinse my hands off. Before I move on to the next step. Okay. Now comes the next step. So we're going to transfer most, if not all, most of what's here into this. This is a 9 by 12 baking dish. We're going to transfer it and pack it in. I'll show you guys here in a second. Okay. Let me dry my hands off. All right. Okay, hands are dried off. Now I'm going to, just so that I know for sure it shouldn't stick because of the butter in the dough. But just in case, and it's not going to hurt anything. I've got just some butter flavored Crisco, and I'm going to lightly spray the dish, making sure I get the sides. Okay, so lightly sprayed butter flavored Crisco. You can just take butter or any kind of cooking oil. You just want to grease it. And now we're going to take most of what's in this bowl here. We want to reserve, you don't want to use all of it. You want to reserve just a little bit. All right. So I'm going to dump, that's maybe a little bit too much. All right. We'll start with that. Maybe a little less. Maybe just a little less. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to press this in so it's one layer. This is the base crust. I'm going to press this in real good. That's why I wanted to put that cooking oil down or the spray, because you never know. It might stick. And because you have to press this dough in place. But, so, okay, we're going to get this all pressed in nice and it's going to leave you about a half to a quarter of an inch of crust on the bottom of this dessert. Okay, it's going to make a crust. So, okay. Alrighty. Okay, so you see what we've done there? See how this is now? That's a crust. All right, now on top of that, and you can use any. That's the what I love about this is because you can use any canned pie filling. I'm using blueberry this time. I have used cherry. I've used apple. I've used peach. Any canned pie filling. And all you need is one can. So I'm going to open this can of pie filling, blueberry. I take my my spatula here, and you just dump it right onto the dough. Easy, easy. No hard work to this at all, man. My kind of favorite deals. And by using the canned fillings, it takes a lot of the work out of it, you know. All right, so I'm going to spread this canned filling out. Just spread it out over the dessert. And one can, trust me, it may not look like much, but it's plenty. One can is plenty. Now I have used strawberry. I've used cherry. I really like the cherry bars. And when it was initially introduced to me, it was done with this. It was done with blueberry. So, make sure we get everything out of the can. Every little bit. Okay. And now, if you want more filling, you can add another can. I don't suggest it because it just makes for too much filling, I think. But that's me. And you may decide you want more filling. So, now that that's done, then remember this bowl that we saved? The little crumbles? So you're going to take these crumbles and you're just going to make a top. And you're just going to sprinkle it. Not real heavy, just sprinkle. Well, that was about all we needed. Didn't need all of this. Alright. And I'm going to stop right, well, no, I'm not going to stop right there. I'm going to add more to it. But you just want enough, you get the idea. You just want enough to put on the top. And you don't necessarily have to cover the fruit. But as much as you can, as much as, you know. So there we go. All right. Crumbles on the top. All right, now we're going to take this. I'm going to put my bowls in the sink. Rinse my hands off. Okay, now I'm going to rinse my hands off. Got my hands all nice and rinsed off. Now I'm going to set the oven at 350. So, pick the camera up here. Alright, so I'm going to set the oven to bake.
Turn back on your camera. Camera turned off again. It seems anytime you move the, yeah.
Give me a second, I'll turn it back on. It's just when I move it, it must be the connection.
Yeah, every time you move it, it does that. Yeah.
Okay, come on, back on. There we go. All right. Okay, all right. So I set the oven at 350. I'm going to wait for it to ding because mine will go to temperature and it sounds an alert. So we're going to sit here and visit for a minute while we wait for the oven to come up to temperature. Oh, so let's see who all's here. I see Dirty Water Jones is out there. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it, buddy. And you're the inspiration for this, you know. You kept telling me, you need to do a cooking show. Well, here's your cooking show. And like I said, if these work out, this seems to be easy, other than the camera blinking off on me every once in a while. There may be more to come, you know. Being alone, I don't cook a lot. And I don't want to cook a lot. Because I don't need a bunch of food here in this house. But I do have ingredients to make a jambalaya. I've got the ingredients to make a gumbo. And it being this close to, well, Mardi Gras was this week. So, you know. Okay, yeah. So, anyhow, that's as soon as the oven dings, we're going to put that in a 350-degree oven and let it cook till it browns. It'll take about 15-20 minutes. In the meantime, if anybody wants to say hi or visit, let me put the link up. I don't know how to pin the link, and I'm not really even sure I want it pinned. Oh, what the hell? Yankee, see if you can pin the link to drop the link in the chat. Because for some reason, YouTube's looking at me trying to do it, saying, "Oh, well, there's a problem."
Yeah, you gotta love YouTube.
Yeah, well, it's not YouTube doing it. Probably it's probably StreamYards, because they've changed everything again. They can't leave shit alone. Yeah, the message I'm getting, YouTube. Oh, it is YouTube. YouTube rejected the comment. This is fairly common when sharing links. You may need to share the link another way. Well, fuck you. Damn it. Let me see if I can go over here on the stream and share it. Well, in the meantime,
I posted it for you.
you posted it? All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I'm seeing this. It went away, it's like mysterious.
Yeah, there it goes. It posted this time. I just had to go over to the YouTube side to do it.
Okay. So you posted it?
I dropped it. I don't know if they took it out. It may have taken it back out
on
again.
my end. When I posted, I don't see it on my end. I don't know. Let me see.
Let me try one more time.
All right. Yeah, you try and.
Let's see if it did. It may have worked that time. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I don't know if YouTube changed their policy on links and stuff in chats, because you say you posted it. I did as well, but you have to refresh and it's gone. So I don't know if they even. If you know Dana or know me, reach out to one of us and we'll send you the link.
Yeah, reach out to Yankee if you want to come up and visit. Reach out to Yankee. He'll send you the link. Okay, well, the oven dinged, so it's ready to start cooking. So I'm going to take that.
Well, I posted it again. It seems to be there now, so.
That's it. You can see that, all right? That's what we got. We're going to put it in a 350-degree oven. Oh. Light on so I can see it. Okay. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to clean up a little bit. Put this stuff in the sink where it needs to go. Okay. All right. I'm gonna wipe my counter down real good. And now we wait. Okay. That's got it. All right, now we just gotta wait for it to cook. Which, like I said, it should take about 15, maybe 20 minutes tops. Maybe a little bit. It all depends on your oven at home. My oven is fairly accurate. So, okay, I'm gonna have a seat here. Oh yeah, your link is in the chat now.
Yeah, that's after I tried again. So
Right. Now it shows we got 6 watching. So, hey to everybody out there that's watching. I hope you enjoy this. And make it. You know, I mean, if you didn't catch the measurements during the stream, just back it up and watch it again. I'm going to leave this up. I'm not going to mark this private or any of that. I'm going to leave this video up because there's no music. And it's fairly inexpensive. The most expensive thing to it is maybe the butter, a little bit. It just all depends on your area. And the pie filling. And those are maybe $1.50, $2 for a can of that pie filling. And like I said, there again, you can use any pie filling you like. If you like blueberry, use blueberry. If you like strawberry, use strawberry. If you like cherry, use cherry. It all works. Apple works. Any pie filling you come across. But the only thing I probably wouldn't use would be pumpkin. But that's me. Now, if you like pumpkin pie, this will be a pumpkin pie crumble. Although we're kind of out of the pumpkin pie season. And so there we are in the oven. I don't really dare move this camera. I was going to say I'd take it down there and show you it in the oven. But it seems to be when I move this camera, it knocks it out. So, oh well. All righty. So now, anybody have any questions? Now be the time because I'm paying attention to the chat. While we're waiting for this to basically, you're wanting the crust to cook and the topping to brown off because the pie filling is already cooked. So. Oh. So I started off this morning with the idea to do this, and I couldn't find my extension cable for my camera. So after looking through everything, and of course, because I moved, nothing's where it was originally, but that's okay. So anyhow, I went looking for it, couldn't find it. So I said, well, shit. they're not that expensive. I'll just run to Best Buy and go get one. So went to Best Buy, got the extension cable. It's a 12-footer, so my webcam can go just about anywhere in the kitchen. I can set it up. And it'll work. Well, got back home, plugged everything in. My webcam wouldn't work. Webcam wouldn't power up at all.
Oh, hell.
So what did I end up doing? Going back to Best Buy and getting another webcam. So this video's cost me close to $50. So I hope y'all enjoy it. I mean, not like none of you. Well, one of you did ask me to do cooking videos, so I guess I can blame it on you. Hey, that works for me. That works for me.
Well,
I'll just blame it on Jonesy. It's Jonesy's fault. He's probably going to tell me that. He's probably going to tell me to go to hell. I don't think he's even in the chat.
He just likes to eat the food. I don't think he likes to see it being made.
Well, yeah. He said to me several times, "Dude, you need to do a cooking show." So, oh well. I don't know, but having that oven on is making it warm in this kitchen. May need to open a window. Although it's not all that warm here today. We're in the 50s. We had ice on from dew this morning, which makes me worry because I just planted those orange trees. This is the second time we've had ice in the mornings. Huh?
So maybe you should talk about that. You know, keep from dead air. Talk about the orange trees.
Yeah, well, I mean, I planted 2 new orange trees in the yard. You know, I've got all this yard now, and I'm planning on doing a garden, and I already have some fruit trees. I have I have 2 cherry trees and a lemon tree. And I'm gonna go get a peach eventually. But I had a damn palm tree too. Now, I got rid of the palm tree. And in the place of the palm tree, I planted 2 orange trees. So, but when you just plant orange trees, you want them to have a good year before, and it's not like we get a lot of frost here anyhow. But it doesn't stay frozen. I mean, it was 7, 8 o'clock this morning, right out not long after the sun had come up, when I noticed that the water droplets that had dropped from the dew were frozen, but they were on metal surfaces, so that may have made a huge difference. I don't know. I'm gonna have to make another pot of coffee. Well, y'all are just gonna have to deal with the dead air because I've run out of shit to talk about.
You know me, I'm more of a listener than a conversation starter, anyhow.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm pretty much useless to you too. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. But I didn't. I did. I've had such an issue. I made a pineapple upside down cake video
Hmm.
and
Yep.
trying to find editors and shit to link it all together and upload it.
Yep.
I haven't. I've got all the footage, but this is the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
The other problem is there's no pause because it's a live
Right.
stream.
Yep.
I can't like pause it and come back
Hmm.
because it's a live stream. I guess I
Yeah,
could
we're
record
ups and
it.
downs.
I need to figure out a way to record, which I'm sure there is. I used to do it all the time. I just haven't
There
done
is
it. I,
on StreamYard. I don't know if once you pause it, it'll let you restart it back without it being a whole new one. But anyhow, even if that is the case, with it being on StreamYard, it should be easier to put all together, right? You think, right?
I would think,
Yeah.
but
Might be worth trying
yeah,
out before we do the whole thing.
huh?
It might be worth trying that out, like a test.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have that much longer to go before this blueberry thing is done.
Right.
So I'll try it with another video some other time.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's the producer? He hasn't made a
He
star
is,
appearance.
yeah, he is on the floor. Let me see. I'll do this. There he is.
Marty.
He's licking his paws. He's
Getting
not
them
licking his
close, you can
goobers.
get some of
He's not licking his goobers, guys. He's licking his paws.
He's getting the paws ready so he can dig into the crumble.
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks he's going to get some.
What do you mean he's not?
Well, I don't guess there's anything in it that would hurt that it's going to hurt him. So,
Right. Check your chat.
hey, Redneck, what's up, buddy? Glad you can make it.
What's up, redneck?
Okay, so
We should be closing in on 20 minutes since you put it in.
yeah, I'm watching it through. So I've got there's a window in the oven, and I've got
Yeah.
a light on in the oven so I can see. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on when when the top
fine.
starts to brown, just
Yeah.
starts to turn light brown, then we're golden.
Literally.
Yeah, literally and figuratively. Well, I should go over to the coffee pot and make another cup of coffee.
I think you should.
Yeah, because that cup's almost empty, and I'm going to be wanting more coffee for sure.
Yeah. You better make it some.
Yeah,
Especially while you're dealing with the crumble.
I'm going to shut that door. Just a room in there, so. Okay. That's just one fellow. Oh, yeah, that's just one. Sure doesn't feel like one fellow. Because it wasn't. Damn it. I knew it felt a little too thick.
Our friend from down under just made an appearance.
Oh, cool! Hey, Mallory, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. It's kind of early for him. He's probably just now getting up. Okay. So that's done. Now it's ready to start brewing. It'll brew and we'll be good. 10:35 a.m. Okay, well, still morning for you, bud. Whereas we're at almost 4 in the afternoon here. So 3:30. A little bit later.
Yeah, if it weren't for the clock, you'd think it was midnight here, pitch black.
Really?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's almost it's after 6 there,
Yeah.
so
6:30.
yeah, the sun's still, we're not into the summer hours yet or spring
No.
hours yet.
No.
Although middle of next month, I think, is when we set the clocks forward.
Yeah, that damn Puxkatani Phil.
Yeah, I know it's
Screw it.
sometime in March. Yeah. Yeah, I need to dig around and find my recipe for groundhog. And yes, people, they do eat groundhogs. They're not very tasty, though. Quite honestly, I've never had one, but I've heard that they're very greasy. They're kind of like raccoon, and I'm not a fan of raccoon. I have tasted raccoon. Raccoons are too cute to eat.
The trash pandas.
Yep, they're too cute to eat. Now, if you're hungry enough, well, you know, but they're not all that delicious, and they're, you know. 4th of April is when your daylight saving starts or ends, huh? Yeah, ours is sometime next month, I'm pretty sure. Not positive, but I'm pretty sure.
It says the 8th of March.
Yeah, no, it's not far away now, man. Well, here we are. What? One more week and the month of February is done.
Crazy to think about, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we're already 2 months into the new year.
Yeah, almost 3.
Yep. Time flies. And the older we get, the more time flies. Dang it. Yeah, well, their seasons are exact opposite of ours, Redneck. So they're going to fall, so it would be fall back. So they're setting their clocks back when we set ours forward. Spring forward, fall back. That's how I've always kept it straight in my head. All right, I'm gonna go over here and look at this dessert real quick. Let me put some eyes on it. See where it's at. We're starting to get a little bit of browning around the edges. It's got a little ways to go. We're starting to get a little bit of browning around the edges, but it's just around the edges. So, what, Marty? What do you want, buddy? Huh? As if I didn't know. What are you coughing for? Huh? Oh, all right. I'll get you one. Hang on. Move over.
Show us what's Marty's favorite treat.
I don't have his favorite treat in here, but he does like these.
No, he loves his peanut butter.
Yeah, these are peanut butter flavored. So, and he does he likes these, but these aren't the bones. He likes the peanut butter bones. I mean, really likes them.
Yep.
To the point that he thinks he can make a meal out on them. All right, you get 2 of these. That's it.
Well, if you weren't so stingy with them, you could make a meal out of them.
Yeah, no doubt.
But Mart has no concept of money.
Nope. And if he has 2 treats, he has none. And try reasoning with a bulldog. It ain't happening. Good boy. Good set. That was a good set. All right, that's it. You've had 3. No more. You've had 3. I don't know. I'm not seeing it on my end. All I see is a wrench on my end. But that it's probably a new thing. They instead of wrenches, they've gone to.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the shields. Yeah.
Yeah, shields.
Well, that's what we were calling it because it looks like one. But yeah, Molly, that's your wrench. But instead of a wrench on the YouTube side, it's now a shield looking thing. Kind of does
Yeah,
look like an ice cube too. But that's just a way for people to know that you are a moderator.
right. Yeah, because I'm looking at it on the StreamYard side. So,
Oh, and now he said, and the crown with the numbers. So what you're seeing is, from my understanding, that crown is just the top engagers with the current live stream. If you are in the top three, which it seems to be capped at 75 XP, you get a purple, either a bright purple if you're number one, and a darker purple if you're second or third. It's
can't
just
like,
YouTube. That's the cut and dry of it. Is YouTube gimmicks.
yeah. Well, everybody out there, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified if you're not getting notification. I haven't been live in so long that probably most of my subscribers are not getting. Thank you, Yankee. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing that.
I got you.
Yeah, because I haven't done anything to try to grow the channel. We stuck at 100, I think 150 some odd subscribers, and I was never in this for that. But hey, William, welcome. Glad to see you here. Like I said, I was never in this for subscribers or any of that. I did this out of boredom. So, Marty, hush. And of course, once this comes out of the oven, it's kind of cool. Because the last thing you want to do is bite into hot pie filling. So, anyhow, like I said, like, subscribe, share it out to your friends if it's something that you think that they might enjoy. If they like cooking videos, there you go. And depending upon how this video does, will make me decide whether I want to continue to do this. It's not that hard to set all this up. It is in the way a little bit, but if it's something that people are going to enjoy me doing, then
It'd be more worth your while.
Yeah, just make it. Yeah, give me what I'm saying is give me some feedback. Let me know if you like it. Tell me about it. Drop a comment. I basically have taken all the restrictions off my channel and pretty much made a level playing field for everybody again. Nobody is blocked here anymore, which was maybe a mistake. It hasn't been a mistake so far.
So since we had a couple of new viewers, maybe you should let everybody know, as we're now an hour and almost half into the live stream. Let everybody know, what are you making?
Okay, yeah, we're making we are actually cooking a what they call, it's a blueberry crumble dessert. They're basically dessert bars. Great for taking to a birthday party, a family gathering, a office function, whatever, or just to have around the house. They keep fairly well. They'll last out on the counter for a couple, 2-3 days without blue molding, and then it's best to put them in the refrigerator. But in the meantime, they do have a good amount of sugar in them, so not necessarily diabetic friendly. But you don't eat a big piece of it either. It's not like a piece of pie. You eat a little small square of it. A little square, not a big one. All right, I'm going to go look in the oven real quick and see. It should be browned enough now, or have started to. The edges were browned earlier, and they are still. Okay, I'm thinking it's probably done. And if it's not done, I'll always think it should have been. So yeah, it's browned all around the edges. So let me turn that off. Okay, all righty. So I can't touch this pan yet. It's still too hot. So I'm going to take it on this over here. So this is what it looks like when it's done.
Turn down the camera. Point it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, can you see that?
Clear as day.
There you go. Okay, that's done.
A bit towards your stomach. There you go.
All right, now, so this needs to sit and cool for, I'd give it at least an hour. Because that filling is molten hot. And the last thing you want is a candy filling burn. So I'm going to leave it over here on the countertop to cool. And the house is fairly cool, so it will cool off in, like I said, about an hour. And then I'll slice into it. And I'm not going to bore you guys with all of that, waiting for it to be ready to be sliced. But you basically slice it up into about 1-inch squares. It makes quite a bit. And then you just like eat it like a cookie. So that's the crumble dessert. And like I said, if you want the measurements and the ingredients, either back the video up or email me directly and I'll send you the recipe. It basically, I'll talk it out right now. It basically consists of 3 cups of all-purpose flour or bread flour, whichever you want to use. Bread flour to me is a little more expensive. So all-purpose flour is just fine. Then it's a 1/2 cup of white sugar and a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. It's a teaspoon of baking powder, not soda, baking powder. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and if you can get it, the good Mexican vanilla extract works fantastic. But I can't get it anymore. I used to have some. And then The recipe calls for a cup of unsalted butter, which I just use regular butter, just good old great value. And it's a cup is two of the sticks of butter. If you buy buy the packages like right here, I'll show you. You buy these, great value. They come in. I think there's 4 sticks in a box, and the sticks are like this. That's what they look like. And each one of these is a half of a cup. So you use two of these. That makes your cup. That gives you your cup.
When you sit back down, check out your chat.
Huh?
When you sit back down, check out your chat. It doesn't seem to appear on the StreamYard side. If you have the YouTube pulled up too, look at the YouTube.
Okay. I don't know why. Mally, is Nikki commenting in the chat?
Yeah, that's why she only appears on the YouTube side for me as well. So
okay, I don't know why she's.
She said, "Hey Dana, hi Dana, I hope you have been well. I love the new home."
Okay. Well, I don't understand because I removed all the blocks.
Yeah, I think it's because maybe she was also blocked from the StreamYard side. That's why it doesn't appear on the StreamYard side. But on YouTube, her comments are there because that's where you did unblock everybody, you know?
Yeah. Huh.
So if you can open the YouTube one, then
I will work on fixing that. But I'm glad you're here, Nikki. Just it is what it is.
She also said, "How have y'all been? So great to see y'all that I haven't seen in ages."
Yeah. Well, we've been here. We just don't deal with the YouTube drama anymore. So I rarely ever go live anymore. Like this is the first time I've been live in probably 3 months. Or less, but yeah, if you're seeing her comments, I don't know why I don't have her. Like I said, I don't have anybody blocked anymore. And
on YouTube,
yeah, I need to
list, you know, so you'd have to go through them for next time.
Right.
So that's why you're not.
And I will do that. I'll go through and make sure. Give everybody a level, even playing field.
Yeah.
So, and if you do something that warrants it, then because I don't deal with any crap. Oh, you're fixing to take Dusty for a walk? Okay, buddy. Well, we'll probably do a chat this evening. I'm actually going to wind this up for now. You've seen it came out of the oven. The only thing that's left to do would be to slice it up. I'm not going to do that tonight because it's got to cool, and it needs to cool for. Like I said, you don't want to cut into that hot at all. I want to wait till I can actually hold the pan in my hand and it's cool enough. Thank you for doing that, Yankee. Appreciate it. But so anyhow, guys, that's it for now. I'm going to shut this stream down here in just a minute. And thank you for joining me. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you enjoyed the cooking segment. If you did, hit the like button. Give me the thumbs up. All the ring the bell. Whatever. Do all the YouTube things that everybody tells you to do. And give me some feedback. Let me know you liked it. If you liked it, we'll try to do more.
You want me to bring up the outro song?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
It'd be my pleasure.
I appreciate that. If you'll bring up the outro song, we'll
So y'all, if y'all have any other last things to say to Dana, any questions, any requests, let them be known now. After we let the Happy Trail song play, we'll be off the air. So good seeing every one of you. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace. Thank you, guys.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together?
Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather.
Happy trails.